So where I'm applying this gum is just the design part of this lace, yes, so that it will not show. What I'm going to do now is to make it 360 degrees, but if you don't want 360, feel free to spread it the way you want. But what I want to spread this one to is 360 degrees. Hi creatives, I am Diman. You're welcome to another interesting sewing tutorial. I have been quite busy, and that is why you have not really seen me on the channel lately, but I thought to myself, why not show you part of what I have been busy with, and that is this beautiful sleeve that you can see on the screen. I'll be putting you through how you can achieve it in this tutorial. Let's get right into the video. So to make this unique bell sleeve with a cap sleeve combination, I started by tracing out a basic sleeve pattern. Yes, this is another way to save time. If you don't want to be spending so much time while drafting some patterns, you just have to have your master pattern. And what I'm using here is my basic sleeve. If your sleeve is bigger on the biceps, more is bigger than your master pattern, you can shift it just as I did, okay, to get your exact bicep, that is upper arm circumference. So what I did was to measure 3 inches down and got that measurement from the hem of the sleeve. Yes, you can see where the cap sleeve started from, and next you have to go ahead and draw your slash lines just as you can see. So watch closely to see where the flare sleeve of this very sleeve started. That is the bell part of this sleeve. Okay, so the next thing you do is just to go ahead and cut out. So I have separated it into the cap and the lower sleeve that is going to form the bell sleeve. So the next is to fold your pattern. If you watch this fabric, it is double. So when I folded it, that means if I cut right now, I'm going to cut 2 at once. Okay, so watch closely to see what I am going to do. So I'm going to cut the 2 bell sleeve at once. Go ahead and cut open your slash lines. I cut that through, but that was a mistake, right? It's not supposed to be separated, but I'm going to manage that. So what I'm going to do now is to make it 360 degrees, but if you don't want 360, feel free to spread it the way you want. But what I want to spread this one to is 360 degrees. So after spreading it like this, you can see that what it is now is 360 degrees, because when you open it up, it's 360. As it is now, is appearing 180, but it is two sides. 180 plus 180 will give you 360 degrees. Yes, 180 degrees is an angle on a straight line. So what I did now was to cut out the hem of this bell part of the sleeve with 1/2 inch, and this other side I'm cutting now is also 1/2 inch. So after cutting it, I had to ensure that the curve here is taken care of. Yes, there is a curve here where the cap sleeve will be joining. So ensure not to omit there, because the cap sleeve did not get to the end of the circular part of the sleeve. This is where the cap sleeve ended, just as you can see. Okay, so this is a unique way of cutting your sleeve when you want to get this pattern of sleeve. Yes, so what I will do now is to go ahead and cut out my cap sleeve. Okay, so fold your fabric again like this. This one will be giving me 2 because it's already folded one. Like this fabric is double already, so when I fold it, it's going to give me 2 cap sleeves at once. So I had to go ahead and cut out just as you can see, and after that I had to go ahead and cut out the lining. Yes, because I wanted to use the doll face satin to do the lining as well, but I noticed that one part of the one I cut had a dent, so I had to go ahead and use my regular lining, the one I used for the blouse, to cut out the lining for the cap part of the sleeve. So for this one, you can see what I have. I will go ahead and cut out the lining as well using this remaining lining. So cut exactly what you have on this doll face satin, and yeah, that will be the lining of this part of the sleeve. So after cutting it out like this, you can see what we have. I had to go ahead and notch the middle and also the spot. Yes, So after notching, this is what I have, and you can see what I have as the lining. That lining is double as well to take care of the two bell part of the sleeve. Okay, so now what I have here is the pepper gum. I will be applying the pepper gum on the doll face. I'll be applying the pepper gum on the lining rather. So this is how you're going to cut it out, exactly the shape. Okay, I had to cut this into two and go ahead and use my iron to iron it down. So that is how to do this. Ensure to put your notice so that you don't mix up the position of each. So this is how you're going to place it. The gummy side is facing the wrong side of this lining. Okay, the gummy side is facing up, so this is how you're going to place it on your lining and iron on it, and it will stick together. So what I have here is gum, pepper gum. So this pepper gum that I have here is what I'm going to be using to cut out for the fabric, that is the doll face part of this. So I had to go ahead and cut it out exactly the shape that we have right here. So after cutting it out, the next thing to do is to cut for the cap sleeve as well. So that is what I did, just to give that cap sleeve a little bit of weight, because it's going to be carrying lace. Yes, I covered this with lace. You can see this part of the sleeve wasn't completely covered with the lace, so I had to patch it up. I used hand to tack it down and ensure that it was neatly tacked. So where I'm applying this gum is just the design part of this lace, yes, so that it will not show. Ensure that where you're applying your uhu gum is just design. Note that I'm not using this uhu gum to hold the like, it's not like a permanent thing. It's what I'm using to just hold it temporarily together, and it will hold the lace to the doll face satin. It will make it to be steady while I stitch. Yes, I don't want it to move. So when I apply it like this, I just leave it to dry out. Most times if I'm to make the cloth the next day, I'll just apply it like in the night the day before, and by the next day is already very strong. That's what I like to do. I ensure that I cut my patterns and take care of everything that needs to be taken care of, and then I will stick the lace to the blind. Okay, so that is what I do. By the next day it will just be strong enough, and you have to go ahead and start stitching everything together. So what I have here, you can see what it is already. This cap part of the sleeve, you just have to go ahead and open up and gum it as well. Where I am applying this gum are the designed parts of this fabric. I don't apply it on the net because it will show. So I don't want it to show. I just want to use it and do a sort of basting, if that makes sense. Okay. So when you apply it like this, you can easily remove stones where you don't want it to be. It's not going to stress you like that. Okay. So what I did was to place the lining on it like this and stitch it down. Note that the pepper gum is already applied on the doll face satin. Okay, for the bell sleeve, the flay part of the sleeve. And for the lining of the flay part, I used cloth gum. Note that. So now I've stitched it and top stitched as well. I've done the same for the second part of this sleeve, and this is what I have at this stage. So the next thing to do is to continue with the sleeve, joining it together with the cap part of the sleeve. So you can see the notch. That notch is where the cap is going to be ending. Very, very important. You don't have to mix this up, because this is how the sleeve is going to be, while the armhole will be joined and it continues on the flay, if this makes sense. So this is how it is going to be. Just trim out any part of the sleeve that is not needed. So this is how I'm going to place it. Notch the middle part and go ahead and join it appropriately on the middle part. So you can see the blouse, how neat it is looking inside. So I've already finished joining the blouse together, and what I'll do is to go ahead and join the sleeve to this blouse. I hope you learned one or two things from this tutorial. So what you do now is to just go ahead and stitch down the sleeve on the armhole. Yes, take your time and stitch it really nicely. Note that this is a stone lace and I took my time to remove the stones from the lace. I have a tutorial where I explained how you can remove stones from a stone lace neatly and fine. Though this one I trimmed it with a small scissor. So after I joined it together, this was what it looked like. So gorgeous. And after that, I had to use the figure 8 applique to tack around it using invisible thread, that is the nylon thread that is used for beading. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I also hope that you learned a thing or two from this tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for always stopping by to watch my videos. I do not take it for granted. Love you all, and I'll see you in my next one.